Okay guys, so everybody's asking how I did the cornstarch nails. I've already got my tips glued on, shaped, and blended in right here at the top. So now I'm just gonna put the nail polish and the cornstarch on. Alright, so you take your clear nail polish. This is the one I have, the Sally Hansen Hard as Nails, and it's the 800 Crystal Clear. It was the cheapest one that they had, and I didn't really feel like spending a lot of money on clear nail polish, so that's the one I got. So you just lightly brush the clear nail polish on. And this really sucks because I'm not left-handed, so I'm like really super shaky when it comes to doing this. So you got the clear coat on, then you just get your cornstarch and you can just dip your nail in it, or you can just dump it on. I do that about 3 or 4 times to dip to make sure it's evenly. Then you just tap the stuff off and wait about 30 seconds. And you just brush it off. Okay, so you just let it dry in between coats. So just move on to your next nail. And lightly brush on your clear polish. And go back with your cornstarch. And cover your nail. Then tap off the excess. And wait 30 seconds. And just keep doing that with each nail. And do it about 3 or 4 times, and if it still doesn't seem thick enough to you, you can do 5 or 6 times maybe. That's what I did with, I think, this hand. So I can get could get it just right. Okay, now it's been probably about 30 seconds. Just brush the excess off. Now I'm going to show you guys something. See these little, I don't know if you can, it doesn't want to focus. There's little ripples right here. Once it dries, you guys can take your buffer. You take the buffer and just buff it out. But yeah, there's just like some ripples in it, but it can be smoothed out. It smooths out super easy. You can tell. I kind of chipped my nail polish there, but it comes out super smooth. Either way, I personally buffed them anyway, just to make sure that they were all completely smooth. That way, there was no issue at all. Just keep going, do each nail. That's pretty much all there is to it. You just go through, do all your nails about, let's say, between 3 to 6 times, depending on how much you want on there. I personally did more than 3 times, so I can make sure that they weren't too flimsy or fell off or anything. But I've had these on since last night, and they're holding just fine. They can't bend it or wiggle it or anything. That's just moving my finger. So it's really easy to do, really cheap if you're on a budget, or if you just don't like the smell of all that acrylic crap at the salons. I personally hate the smell, so when I seen this, I decided to try it, and I liked it. And sometimes you'll get the ripple over on the side, and you can just smooth it off and it'll fall off. But that's pretty much how you do the nails. It's not hard, super easy, and you don't have to make a trip down to the nail salon or out of town to go get them done right. See, this is what happens when you accidentally put too much nail polish on. It comes off. It runs off. So you got to pull it off and then put more on. Tap it off. And then let it sit. So doing my right hand is a lot harder than it was doing this hand, because I am not left-handed. I am right-handed, and just using my left hand is completely awkward. For those of you who are right-handed and have tried to paint your nails left-handed, you probably know what I mean. And same thing with left-handed people. I mean, it has to be awkward trying to use your right hand. I mean, my son's left-handed, and when he broke his arm, he complained about having to use his right hand because he couldn't do it. Okay, it's about 30 seconds, I think. Brush it off. And that is how, excuse the background noise, that is how you do the cornstarch nails. I'm not going to show you like every single layer, because that would just, you'll be sitting here for a good 20-30 minutes. That's it. Alright, I hope you guys liked the video, and like, comment, share if you did, I guess. Bye!